Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will shake the NFL to its core, in a way that barely anyone saw coming and some still refuse to believe. I've got sources, deep, ultra-confidential sources, who just confirmed something absolutely historic is happening right now, and I'm telling you, this news will be etched into NFL history forever. A superstar, an elite game changer, one of the most electrifying players in the league. No, I'm not talking about a veteran with a flashy highlight reel from 5 years ago. I'm talking about a guy whose name alone sends shockwaves through front offices, who's been the subject of endless rumors, whispered in shady back rooms, and discussed at the highest levels of NFL power brokers. His name alone. Enough to cause a frenzy of calls, leaks, and secret meetings that have gone on behind closed doors for MONTHS. Right now, the entire landscape in Detroit is shifting, an entire franchise on the brink of making a move that could redefine their future. The Lions are sitting there, staring at their roster, desperate to find the piece that will push them from playoff hopefuls to genuine Super Bowl contenders. They've been searching, scheming, plotting. Front offices are in overdrive, encrypted calls, secret flights, hushed conversations in private jets amid the cold winter nights. The whispers, they say the Detroit Lions are all in on a deal that could change the NFL game forever. And the craziest part, my sources just confirmed, yes, I said confirmed, that this intervention involves a player who, up until now, was thought to be firmly planted with the Baltimore Ravens. That's right, the news I'm about to drop is so explosive, so unprecedented, that it will have NFL insiders buzzing for weeks. You're about to learn the truth behind the scenes, the hidden negotiations, the secret deals, the high-stakes chess match that's unfolding right now. Hold on tight because what I'm about to tell you next will blow your mind. But first, you want to stay ahead of the game? Then hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and activate those notifications. If you're a true NFL insider, one step ahead of everyone else, you need to be on this channel. Because the next 48 hours, they will be crucial. This isn't just a rumor, this is an NFL storm in the making, and only the most tuned-in fans will get the full picture. Now let's set the scene for what's happening behind the scenes, because what I'm about to reveal is more than just a trade rumor. It's a seismic shift, a domino falling that will change everything we thought we knew about NFL power moves in 2026. Imagine this, the Detroit Lions, a team that just finished a roller coaster 9-8 season, sitting on a fence. They're starving for a franchise quarterback. Their offense, led by Jared Goff, has flashes of brilliance, but everyone knows, deep down, that what they truly need to punch that ticket to the Super Bowl is a game changer at the most critical position. They've got playmakers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta when healthy, but they're missing that elite spark that elevates everything else around him. For months, the Lions' front office has been operating in secret. They've had covert meetings with top agents, discreet visits to NFL facilities, encrypted calls with players' representatives, trying to find the missing piece. Rumors swirled about potential trades, free agent splashes, even wild ideas like moving up in the draft. But in the end, they've been hunting for a player with the rarest combination: elite arm talent, dual-threat ability, playoff experience, leadership, and the potential to turn a good offense into a juggernaut. And then they found HIM. I repeat, them. Because the name I'm about to drop is not just a game changer. It's a quarterback who has been the subject of whispers in NFL circles for over a year. A player whose name is synonymous with brilliance, volatility, controversy, and unmatched talent. Now get ready because here comes the biggest revelation of the year. I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. Yes, the same Lamar Jackson who's been the heartbeat of the Baltimore Ravens since 2018. The two-time NFL MVP, the electrifying dual-threat superstar with a highlight reel that defies logic. The guy who rewrote the quarterback run game in the league, who set rushing records for quarterbacks, who has electrified fans with his impossible escapes and laser-precise throws on the run. The guy who was once considered the league's most unstoppable player, until injuries, team disputes, and contract questions clouded his future. But here's the kicker. Despite all that chaos, Lamar Jackson remains a top-tier talent. At 29 years old, he's still in his prime, still capable of making game-winning plays that leave defenders grasping at air. Over his career, Jackson has amassed over 15,887 passing yards, thrown 125 touchdowns against only 50 interceptions, and rushed for a staggering 5,258 yards with 29 rushing scores. His play style, a perfect blend of arm strength, speed, agility, and football IQ. He's the rare athlete who can beat defenses with either his arm or his legs, an absolute nightmare for any opposing coordinator. His contract. Still heavily tied to Baltimore, $260 million over 5 years, with 2 seasons remaining. Yet the talk of NFL insiders is that his market value today is through the roof. The Ravens are supposedly trying to extend him, boost his salary, and keep him in purple for the foreseeable future. But here's where it gets wild. Rumors are swirling that the Lions are willing to give up everything, including their top picks, to land someone like Lamar. They know his value, his elite ability to turn around a franchise desperate for that spark. Let me break down his stats in detail because this isn't just another quarterback, this is a game breaker. His dual-threat skill set is unmatched. Remember 2019? He led the NFL in rushing yards among quarterbacks with 1,206 yards, breaking records, changing perceptions. His arm, elite. His accuracy, improving, especially on the move. He's thrown for over 15,887 yards, with a career passer rating that hovers around 98. His capabilities with the ball in his hands are legendary, an unstoppable force when healthy, dangerous from anywhere on the field. And the awards. 2-time NFL MVP, 2019 and 2022, 5 Pro Bowls, NFL passing yards leader in 2019, and a record holder for shortest time to reach 50 career touchdowns among quarterbacks. His clutch moments? Legendary. His leadership? Inspiring. Yet injuries have haunted him, missed games, nagging concerns about durability, especially as he moves into this new phase of his career. But make no mistake, Jackson's upside remains astronomical. And the Lions? They see him as the perfect fit to ignite their offense and finally punch through that glass ceiling. Now, why the Lions? Why now? Because Detroit's current setup isn't enough. Jared Goff's been great, but he's not that once-in-a-generation talent who can elevate a team in the playoffs. The Lions need a superstar, someone with the juice, the magic, the ability to turn a regular season into a dynasty. With Lamar, they get precisely that. Plus, the potential contract extension with its higher annual value could be structured around his unique skill set, keeping him happy and motivated. But the behind-the-scenes drama runs deeper. Trust me, the NFL insiders are buzzing. Rumors of rival teams trying to block this move are already circulating. The Ravens' front office, led by Steve Bisciotti, is reportedly demanding top picks, at least the #1 overall pick in this year's draft, held by the Raiders, and more, to even consider parting ways. Negotiations are intense, encrypted, and happening at the highest levels. The NFL's most powerful agents are involved. Vegas, Chicago, New York, they're all watching this unfold, desperate to either steal Lamar away or keep him in Baltimore at any cost. Meanwhile, in Detroit, GM Brad Holmes is working in the shadows, orchestrating a plan that involves massive financial maneuvering, strategic trades, and perhaps even bending the cap rules to get this deal across the line. The team's ownership is 100% behind this vision. They see Lamar as the missing piece, the face of their future, the player who can finally turn the Lions into a true Super Bowl contender. The coaching staff? Ecstatic. Dan Campbell, a fiery leader, knows that Lamar Jackson could be the spark that ignites Detroit for years to come. And let's talk about the money. The Ravens' $260 million deal is hefty, but the Lions are prepared to make a splash. They're contemplating a package, high draft picks promising young players and maybe even veterans, all to bring Lamar into their fold. The financial risk? Massive, but in the NFL, the biggest risks often lead to the biggest rewards. Imagine Lamar running that high-powered Lions offense, scorching defenses with his legs, threading impossible passes to St. Brown, Gibbs, and Laporta, creating a juggernaut that defenses simply cannot stop. The media is already calling it the deal of the decade, and NFL insiders are whispering about breaking the mold of traditional quarterback trades. Because this isn't just about a player, this is about a franchise redefining its identity. The Lions. They're betting everything on Lamar Jackson, knowing full well that this could elevate them into the pantheon of NFL greats. And the future. The next year alone could see Lamar throw for 4,500 yards, rush for another 800, and spark a new dynasty. Imagine the roar of the Detroit fans, those electric Sunday afternoons packed with passion, pride, and an unbreakable belief that this team is destined for greatness. Social media will explode, banners will fly, and every NFL analyst will be debating, did Detroit just pull off the biggest heist in league history? And here's the ultimate question, what happens in the next 48 hours? Because sources tell me the final negotiations could be wrapped up as soon as this weekend. The NFL's landscape is shifting, and this deal, if it happens, will be remembered for generations. So my friends, stay tuned. Because this story isn't over yet. The next chapter is about to be written, and it involves a quarterback who's already etched his name in history, now poised to redefine an entire franchise. This is as big as it gets in the NFL world, and trust me, you don't want to miss a single second of what's coming. Remember this moment because what I've just revealed, it's only the beginning. The NFL's face-changing, game-altering move of 2026 is happening right now. And I promise you, you've never seen a story like this unfold in real time. Get ready, because the best is yet to come.